Dr. Newmark here. I wanted to share with you a quick video about how to do the usability report template assignment. I've received a few questions from students, so I'm going to walk you through the assignment and a former student's example. I only have an example from a graduate student, so that's what I have on the screen currently on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is the second page of your assignment prompt. So the graduate student's version is a little bit more intensive or extensive than yours will likely be, but it's good to examine this student's offering here just to give you a sense of what's involved. So if you look at what's required in terms of the outputs, you'll see that I've asked you to choose to design your template in any tool you deem appropriate, design a multi-page template following some of the examples that were on page 1 of this assignment. And then you're going to include filler content in all of the sections that explain what the section does. And that's content that somebody would replace if they were actually going to use your template. You're going to include appropriate design elements. You'll be able to see that in the one I'm going to show you here. There's this repeated color scheme of dark and light blue and dark and light brown. And the style of each section with the header and a block is repeated. Then, in order to provide some sort of meta-analysis of how your template works, I require you to include at least 10 commentary bubbles in the margin. This grad student did not include them in the margin. I do want to emphasize that this student did not do that. Yours should be marginal notes, not embedded in the document itself. I'll talk about that when I walk through this. And then you also need to, in those bubbles, 10 bubbles, but you need to refer to your textbook, any of the materials from the class, at least 5 times, quote from them, and then you need to write a one-page recommendation memo, and you can read that part a little bit later on your own. Okay, so here's the student's template. Again, this is a template that you're going to use in your group project. You'll use one of your group mates' templates. Maybe it'll be yours. So the executive summary is what begins. This is a commentary bubble, so this should ideally be in the margin so it doesn't get confused with the body text. But here's the filler content. The student says, this formal usability report template was produced, blah, 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 in this class. The purpose of the template is to offer a framework. And then in this section, this might be what is included and replaced. And then there's a table of contents. Another commentary bubble, the student refers to one of the textbooks, and then this would actually probably ideally be in the margin, as I say in the assignment. Then the student has the findings and recommendations section, includes a graphic that would be replaced with an actual graphic from your study, another commentary bubble, and another commentary bubble. This commentary bubble goes with this commentary bubble goes with this. As you can see, if they were actually in the margin, they couldn't easily be mistaken for body text that needed to be swapped out, but never mind, I didn't have a lot of examples to choose from, so I'm just having to walk you through this one. So here's some filler content that would be replaced. More filler content here, here, and here, filler content here. Filler content here, this is an example of a table, and then filler content here. Now, I do want to point out, if the student's commentary bubbles weren't embedded, this document would be many fewer pages than it is if the commentary bubbles were in the margin rather than in the body text. But as you see, this is basically a template that you could come back to later and replace the filler content with actual content derived from the test you actually complete in the last part of the class. But I just wanted to walk you through what this looks like. So again, the student does have really robust commentary bubbles, but the way that they're placed here is confusing because it looks like they're actually replaceable body text filler content. So again, if you can keep them in the margin, that would be ideal. If you have any questions about how to do that, please reach out to me and I'm happy to answer them. But this report itself is really, really solid. It includes a lot of content that could just be replaced when it came time to complete one of these after a test was completed. It has lots of nice graphics that would be swapped out. So we have several different kinds, and then it has an opportunity for background to be given about the test, the methodology for the test, the type of test, the tasks that were completed, and then the analysis and any appendices. So Again, you don't have to design your template the way that this student did. This is just one example. You had some other kinds of styles and examples mentioned in the assignment, which I'm now showing on the left-hand side. But I hope this helps a little bit understand what a really nicely designed template looks like. All right, have a great rest of your week.